Hey Pooh Nation, welcome back to another video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. And welcome to my channel. Vlogmas day 5, chat. Y'all thought I wasn't coming with a day 5? Y'all thought I was gonna quit at day 4? Think again. So guys, in today's video, we're gonna be basically giving a story time of my first time having a fake friend in high school. You know how that go. Before I get started, I'm gonna need y'all to comment down below some suggestions for the other vlogmases, please. Thank you. On a nice cold winter day, let me stop. This is how it all started, right? So most of you know, like my real OGs, most of you know that after the pandemic, you know, we went online, and then after that I just stayed online. So I haven't been in high school like other people. Like, I never experienced high school. This is my first year experience high school fully, but I did like go to the high school for like a couple of days testing, and then I just walked around the school doing stuff like that. Close to the end of middle school years, I had this friend online. Not online, like, you know, but like virtual friend. I was always part of the groups like online for some reason. Like, I made a lot of friends. That's how I met most of my friends, you know, today. It was this girl, we're gonna call her Suey. I don't know why, but we're gonna call her Suey. So it was this girl named Suey, and it was these other boys and girls too that we had in the group chat. Well, we didn't have a group chat because, you know, we was online. We could have had a group chat, but, you know, most people didn't have phones in middle school, surprisingly. Like, towards the end of middle school. Like, you about to be in high school, you don't have a phone. So some parents were like that, and I wasn't judging. Every morning, we had this group email. This group school email. Yes. So even though we were emailing each other, we couldn't really say what we wanted to say because, you know, it's a school email. Every day we would say, hey, yo, blah, blah, blah. It was mainly this boy starting conversations in the group email. Like, I never texted first. And if I did text, I was texting back if I was mentioned, or when I felt like it, which was where I would just sit there and read the emails whenever it went off, because my computer was going off all the time. During class, after school. I'm like, okay, so this is a pretty good friend group, I guess, because we communicate a lot. Lucy, back then I didn't want to like accept it, but she was a pick me very, very bad. So I'm like, okay, back then the word pick me wasn't out, so I was like, this girl is very strange, you know, she very after I, you know, scoped the scenery out or whatever, you know, I figured out this girl's not good after a few years later. But anyways, back to the beginning. She would love to talk, like, she was very boy crazy. So if she ever found out that you had a boy that you liked, oh baby, hide him. Don't ever tell her. She would be the first one. I'm like, it gets to a point. Here's what made me not like her. So one day, after like a year of communication, I was comfortable enough to like tell her, you know, this is who I like, and he was in the same Google Meet as us. So after a long, I knew him, you know, I still talk to him to this day. Like, I know him, like, we close. I was like, hey, yo, it's this boy, you know, the one that wear the do on the camera, and then blah, blah, blah. And I was like, he's very cute, and I like him, and I think he liked me back, because when we email, he be giving flirty vibes. And then I told her that, and then she was like, oh yeah, girl, he is cute. I let that slide because he was cute, but don't take it too far. And she took it too far. Now, after I told her that, she started emailing him, asking for his number, his personal info. I'm like, you are weird. Like, mind you, this happened so quick. That's why this story time is going to be very short, because it happened so quick. There's not even like this. She didn't even have to show her true colors 2 years into us knowing. It showed the first half of a year. I'm like, okay. She started liking him. I'm like, why are you liking the same dude I like? You wasn't thinking nothing about this man. And I'm telling you, this man emailed me first and everything and all that other stuff. And we was emailing after school. Like, this man had a whole iPhone. And he took time out his day to email me back on the computer. At the time, you know, I had, you know, strict parents. So I had to keep stuff like that on the low. Not sneaky, but like on the low. I'm like, why are you doing that? And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you liked him. Mind you, she didn't know nothing of this man unless I told her. She didn't even know his name. So how you didn't know I liked somebody after I told you I liked him? Come on, Lucy. Come on. After being betrayed and lied to, this girl decides after a year of online schooling, you know, it's time for her to go back. Mind you, him and her lived in the same area, so they would be going to the same school. And after one day he said in a Google Meet chat, you know, I'm not going to be online next year. She chose to say, okay, I'm going to go back to the school too. I was like, so that means they going to be at the same school. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I'm being nonchalant, I'm being dry because this girl was dead wrong. Dead wrong. So I stopped talking to her for like a year. Boom. Mind you, at the time I only had Snapchat. I didn't have no Instagram because I wasn't allowed to, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I wasn't allowed to have social media. Girl texts me off Snapchat, hey Ari. I'm like, yo, what you need? She talking about some, girl, let me tell you about so-and-so. What you mean? Why are you coming to me telling me about my man? My future man? What are you doing? You're weird. So she was like, so girl, me and him is dating, blah, blah, blah. Now in my head, I'm like, do you need that? Like, do you really need that? Because I'll give that. But I kept it cordial. I kept it casual. I kept it calm. I'm like, okay. Now I was the type, I had his number and she did it. I texted him. I was like, hey, you know, Lucy. Mind you, this man do not like this girl at all. And see, me, I'm the type, I don't judge people's looks. She was known around the school as being ugly and a man taker. That's not a good look, baby. That's not a good look. Could never be known around school as nothing but Ari. He was like, she's like blah, blah, blah. And she's weird. And she was forcing a relationship with me. And I kept telling her no. And then she said I was weird. She walked away, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why is you mad at me? We could be friends still, blah, blah. Now, the man tried to be friends with you. And you try to take it too far knowing that man didn't want you. You dead wrong. I was laughing on accident. Mind you, we was on FaceTime while saying this. I'm like, okay. So I texted her. I was like, that's not what I heard. You know, I had to be messy a little bit. Because why would you do that? I texted her. I was like, you know, that's not what I heard, sweetie. That's not nowhere what I heard. And then she was like, oh yeah, me and him broke up. He was cheating. Oh, really? I ghosted her again because there's no point in talking to this girl. She's fake. She's weird. Blah. Move on to the next. She texted me one day when I did have my Instagram. It was like known and my spam was known. So one day on Snapchat, I came back to say, I was like, I posted, I said, you know, I got my IG updated, blah, blah, blah. Who want to follow for follow? She was the first one to respond. I was like, isn't you the same girl that tried to steal my man? And you want to know something? That previous year, I went into the school to test. And I met her friend. Me and her friend exchanged numbers because at the time, she got her phone taken. So me and her friend exchanged numbers. And I found out this, like, not even a year later. I found out, like, a month later, she did the same thing to her friend. She was body shaming her friend. Mind you, her friend has a perfect body. Like, there's nothing wrong with her. She was shaming her friend. She was embarrassing her friend in front of her boyfriend. She took her man. She took her other man. I'm like, baby, that's not a good look. Do you know what that's called? I'm not going to say it because that's not like a nice name, but do you know what that's called? Now, in this generation, that's called being a bop, and it just is what it is. I don't know why she wanted to be that way. Maybe she was lonely. Maybe she was bored. And that wasn't no trolling energy. She was there for real. And she stood on business with being what she was. A pick me and a pass me round. And nobody even touched you to pass you around. You passed your own self around and got rejected each time. Calm down. It was just crazy. And I was like, the only good thing I got out of her was her friend. And now me and her friends are like so close because we experienced the same thing. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I thought it was just me. And apparently she do that to everybody in school. So when that 11th grade hit her, that 12th grade hit her, oh baby, that's gonna sting. I finally clocked her tea in them Snapchat messages. I was like, girl, you is weird. You love stealing people's mans. I don't know why you try to act fake and try to text me and argument with her 2 years before that. And then that's why we stopped talking once again. Then I clocked her tea finally because I was trying to be nice. I was trying to let her have a self-examination, but she refused to look in that mirror. So I had to bring the mirror to her and clock that tea. And that's exactly what I did with no hesitation. And see, I'm the type of person, I'm going to type something, get you mad, wait while you type it, and while you typing, I blocked you. And guess what I did? I did exactly that. Y'all, that's my first time experiencing a high school fake friend and a bop. It was like so crazy and weird all at once, because I'm like, I can't believe, I'm a nice person. I don't judge nobody. I'm very nice. If you have a problem with me, you're the problem, because I don't do nothing to nobody. Trust, pinky, promise. Y'all, that's my story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it for Vlogmas. That's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, for those new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. What you doing? We almost at the end of the video. Well, we at the end of the video and you still haven't did nothing. Why? I love y'all so much. And I'm gonna see y'all for Vlogmas Day 6. I hope y'all be there. Bye. Mwah.